darlings, this is Monica Lisa, and today I have a very short tutorial for you. My other videos and commissions taken longer than expected, so I thought I'd do this very quick tutorial to show you guys how to do proportions. So guys, I encourage you all to go grab a paper and pencil, not pen, we're going to need a pencil for this, or open a program on your computer, and I invite you to draw along with me. And at the end, I want to actually see your drawings, so take a picture of them or download them, whichever way, post them on Twitter, I'll put the links in the description, and I would love to see you, and one of you will be mentioned in the next video. Okay? Let's get started. So I get a lot of people come to me and say, Mona, all I can draw is stick figures. How do you draw these, these people? Well, if you can draw stick figures, you're halfway to drawing realistic to semi-realistic characters. All you do is add a few more shapes and some joints, and that's all you need. Now, here's where you grab your pen and paper. You ready? Ready? Cool, let's go. Now I'm going to give you guys a minute to pause the video because I want you to draw 8 circles on the side of your paper. This is going to be your character's height. Draw them very lightly because they're going to be erased later. Not too big, not too small. Make them nice size on the paper. Okay? Okay. Now next to them, let's draw a little stick figure. Make the head about the same size as one of the 8 circles. The 4th circle, 4th and 5th circle, just around the 4th circle. And that's where your legs are going to begin. And just draw regular legs down there like that. And going back to the head, draw a soft cone just underneath the head. It's going to be our chin. And I want you to draw a upside down triangle for the chest, just like I'm doing here. And a large dot in the middle. It's going to be our little belly button. And then a rectangle about the same width as our shoulders. Then all you have to do is add in your joints, your shoulders, and your knees. And the elbow should be around the where the middle dot is, around where your belly button is. And the knees is going to go between the 6th and 7th circle. Great! And now you have your skeleton, and then we can start adding more details to the characters. And this skeleton will work with most genders and most body types. So let's do a female character. Traditionally, most females have actually very round features, so keep that in mind when shaping her hips and her legs. For women, we're going to make them quite hourglass shaped, just for this one, and women come in all shapes and sizes. But for this generic model, we're going to have a quite hourglass. And around the breast, do not draw the breasts as circles, okay? That's not how boobs work, kiddies. Imagine them more like teardrops, so use that more as a guide. But we'll touch on that a little bit later. And the crutch should be around where the 4th circle is, so keep that in mind when shaping. Follow the lines you set for yourself. Doesn't have to be an exact trace, it is only a guide. And there we go, we have our female character. Now I'm going to show you that this skeleton guide can work on a male figure as well, and on different body types. But that's entirely up to you. I implore you to create your own character. So you can pause now and redraw the 8 circles, or you can draw this male character right next to the female figure. I would love to see both. Follow the same guide, but the difference is with male characters, traditionally, they are drawn in the media with more sharp features. This includes the arms, shoulders, the chin, the generally more sharp and edgy. Again, this is speaking generically. This is a very generic male figure and a very generic female figure. When you get to the hips, do not bring them back out like you did with the female figure. Go straight. Once you get a nice curve on the chest, just go straight down into the hips, just like so. Keep that belly button exactly where it is, around the dot, and remember your joints from the last one. And don't forget the sharp features, even on the legs, for males. And just a tip for when you're working with proportions, you want to have the feet about the same size as the forearm, and the hands should be about the same size as your face. If you put your hands up to your face right now, you can feel that it covers it mostly. So use that as a guide. Imagine your hand that you're drawing over your character's face. If it looks too small, do it a bit bigger. If it looks too big, do a little bit smaller. Of course, it doesn't apply to every character, but this applies to realistic or semi-realistic characters. Great, and there we go. Very simple. Now for some comparison. Once again, just wanted to remind everyone, the women and our men come in all shapes and sizes. We are just using our genetic models, but you can use them to practice on, and you can even experiment with different body types, where the fat's going to go, where the muscle is going to go, or where it's not going to be at all. Women can be as big and cuddly as you want them, or as slick and slim as you like. Same with the men. Now, so just some tips now. Necks can be tricky, but remember to keep it curved and as minimal sharp edges as possible. And remember what I said about the boobs? Do not make them round. Breasts are not supposed to be round. Imagine them more of a teardrop shape. Also, you'll notice that with the male hips, they are a little bit lower than females. Females have more rounder, wider hips, but try and keep the belly button in the same place. And there we go, our generic female and male models for you to draw. Practice a bit more on these, and then once you're confident, you can start making your own unique character bodies. So guys, don't forget to tweet me your characters. I'll put the link in the description below, and it would really help me out. Do you have any tips for me? Do you have any tips of your own? Tweet that, comment that below, and when you're down there in the comments, you go and say to someone, I love you. Just say I love you to someone, because we all love sharing the love here, don't we? And in the next episode, please do listen out. Stay tuned. I will be shouting out to someone who did tweet me an example of this tutorial. So thank you very much for watching. TTFN, my darlings. And remember, Mona loves you.